hair like this since I was about 14. A lot of people were like, why are you wearing your hair like that? And I was like bullied by the kids for that reason.
I went to school and the white kids would not stop touching my hair.
I had no idea that people had so many strong opinions about my hair. You know, I'd be walking down the street and somebody say something and it'd be derogatory, and I'm just like, well, why are you so concerned about what I have and how I rock my hair?
They kept asking me why my hair looked like the way it did, why my hair wasn't thin, or why it didn't, blow in the wind. Why were my puffs so puffy?
My hair is huge. I just feel like protected because it's like so big, so like people can't come so close to me.
My mom came to school the next day and let everybody have it and told them that I was there to get my education, not to educate their white children on why my hair was different than theirs.
Hi, this is Betty Baye, and welcome to the G3 Good Grief, Good Gossip, Good God. And let me introduce you to my co-host, Miss Gwendolyn Brashear. Welcome to the show. And Miss Letty Jo Johnson. Good evening, everyone. And tonight, we've got a very interesting subject. My co-host, Letty Johnson, is going to lead this discussion.
So I'm super excited about today's show. We have a very special guest with us today, Mrs. Naree Clayton Taylor. Welcome to the G3 show, Naree.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Yes.
So before we jump in, I want to spend just a minute or so and just really frame the Crown Act and describe what that is. And then we're going to have Naree to kind of talk about her journey and how she has really played a vital and key role here in Louisville, Kentucky, specifically around the topic of the Crown Act. First of all, let me just break down what the Crown Act stands for. The Crown Act is creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. And so in 2019, there was a study done by Dove on Black women's hair. Black women's hair is 3.4 times more likely to be perceived as unprofessional. So there was a need for an ordinance, right? And the ordinance strives to dismantle those biases in the workplaces and schools. And so tonight we're going to really dive into the conversation around what that really means and how that has all came about.
We are the creators of the Crown Coalition, and welcome to our ebony cover.
The Crown Coalition is all about creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. And it is a group of incredible like-minded organizations, Black organizations primarily, all working to end hair discrimination. It was founded by Dove, the National Urban League, Color of Change, and the Western Center on Law and Poverty, and now has over 85 incredible organizations all standing together to end hair discrimination.
The Crown Act was first passed in California and back in 2019, and so there have been other states, not many, but we're working on that, that have jumped on board in the passing of the Crown Act as a legislation. And so I would like to just kind of toss it to Naree so that she can introduce herself. And then I'm going to pose a question for all of us to kind of talk about what does our hair mean to us as Black women.
Hi, everybody. My name is Naree Clayton Taylor. I am the 2019 Kentucky Elementary Teacher of the Year. I am the founder and co-director of HHN2L, which is my husband and I's nonprofit, which stands for Hip Hop into Learning. And on the other side, I still work for JCPS and I do Justice Now. And so that is my role. But my real role when it comes to the Crown Act, is to push students to be the change.
I'm a queen. I'm a king. I'm a queen. I'm a king.
I'm a queen. I wear a crown like Dorothy D. I came to get down. Look at me, who I be, Dorothy D. One of the best actors in history. Nominated for academies. Her struggles inspire me. To be a boss can't hire me. Red hair like a truck, I'm fire, B.
My students, the Real Young Prodigies, they're a hip-hop social justice group, and they are under our nonprofit.
Get down. Michelle Obama, the wife of Obama. Nigga alone, we go high, don't want no drama.
They are the ones that petitioned for this, and I'm just the conduit. I was just making sure everything that they wanted, I was playing Santa Claus. I was helping them, like, this is what you need to do, making a list, and so that's really where I came in. It's really their vision.
Buddha, I'm Maya Angelou of the century. I rise, we rise, that's our history.
So Nyree, what is your vision, or what was the vision of the students that you kind of helped to amplify and then move into action?
Well, it really started after the Breonna Taylor protest.
Say her name, say her name. 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 Better say her name.
And it was really overwhelming because like there was a lot of stuff about Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and everybody that has been shot and has faced police brutality in the black community.
I grew up in the West End. I grew up with many of the challenges that many of the students that I teach grew up with, and I just want to be a voice for them, not even my voice. I want them to have the voice.
Something that's like what they're listening to now. So being a voice is giving voices to other kids that look like us in our community, and it's giving them an opportunity to listen and learn from people that look just like them.
And so then they wanted to do more writing. And so we met at Roots 101, and two of the youngest members, they wanted to do something to uplift black women.
Let's give a round of applause for our black women!
Because they felt, because of Breonna Taylor, everything that happened to her, and then they wanted to heal.
I hear the same story time and time again. I can't help but wonder, when will it end? Pain fuels from within as I watch it as someone else's life come to an end. Another hashtag that'll go up and be a trend. The world blows up in fury because it is the same with every jury. They say justice will be served, but they can't keep their word. We stand together to make sure their names are heard. They say be the change, but I'd rather be the end of the cycle America loves to obsess in.
Young Prodigy.
Cause we're fighting for our lives. This time you ain't winning. Keep the protest going. This is only the beginning. Justice for all. I'm tired of pretending. Cause we're slaves of the system. So our pain is never ending.
I wake up, put my clothes on. Can't ignore what goes on. Systematic racism and they're just adding loads on. Had to turn my flows on to talk about the blows drawn on Rihanna. Shower sleeping.
Gunshots all imposed on. A gunshot is a pin, so Brianna has been wrote on. Her family has to go on. Please don't be a moron. This revolution's televised. They know we got our phones on screaming Black Lives Matter. Cause our people getting choked on. Cause we're fighting for our lives. This time you ain't winning.
Coming up later on G3.
I think it's important for us to really talk about what does our hair mean to each one of us.
My sisters, who are a tad bit older, they had the froze, and it was absolutely fabulous. But me, growing up, I thought, my Lord,
I really wasn't down with the Crown Act, and I wasn't down with it simply because it upset me that there had to be a law for my hair.
you know, they love Megan Thee Stallion. I do too. So I said, well, she has a new song out. And so I said, well, let's see if we can use this beat. So they came up, they was like my curls, my twist, my puff, my braids, my bantu knots, my edges. Hey. I was like, oh.
We'll be right back with good grief, good gossip, good God.
It needs to stop. Cause we're fighting for our lives. This time you ain't winning. Keep the protest going. This is only the beginning. Justice for all. I'm tired of pretending. Cause we're slaves of the system, so our pain is never ending.